Hi guys, it's Shell, Heart of It All Custom Creations. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button to see future videos. I post new videos every week. So today we are going to do a fairly simple wood grain and cow print cup. So let's go ahead and get started. So I started with a 20-ounce sublimation tumbler. I needed it white. Don't have any white spray paint. So this is what we're working with. And I'm going to measure approximately where the middle is. So I measure this and it's about, 8 inches high. So at the 4, I knew I needed to make a little slot so that I could draw a line all the way around. So I take out my Cami Page multi-tool thing, and it has a thing on it that you can see I'm going to disassemble it because I had to keep everything together so that I don't lose any pieces. But there's one part on here that allows you to put like a pencil or a pen through and to be able to turn the tumbler to get a very straight line. So that is what I'm doing here. That piece I just took off keeps the tumbler kind of level at the top. So I do put that back on, but I'm putting on the pencil holder now. And I'm getting it to where I know where I need it to go. And then I will tighten that screw to make sure that it is exactly where I want it to be. I just placed a pen through it and tightened that up once it was exactly where I wanted it. So I'm going to place that back on top just so that my tumbler doesn't move around. And I'm going to spin it around holding that pen very still so that I can draw the line all the way around the tumbler and it'll be nice and even as this shows here. Then I'm going to put all the pieces together so I don't lose it. And then I'm going to take some electrical tape and just go right around that line so that we can do the bottom half. And I am going to do a wood grain on the bottom. And I'm going to use Tim Holtz alcohol ink, and I use latte, which is this one, and then I switch to caramel just to give it a couple variety of colors. And I'm using a makeup brush. Some people use a chip brush. I find it better for myself to use a makeup brush. And I just go back and forth, and then to create the knots, I go one direction, and then I keep adding a little bit to my brush or just a little bit of alcohol to my brush, and it'll help move that alcohol ink. Now switching over to the caramel, and I'm gonna pretty much do the same thing. I'm not doing the entire bottom, but I'm gonna do some to create the knots with this. And it just helps give some contrast in the wood tones. So this is what this is looking like. I am going to let this sit overnight before I move on. So I am going to take a paper towel and just a little bit of alcohol on it and clean up the spots that kind of went under the tape. Alcohol ink cleans up amazing with alcohol. So yeah, that's what I do here. And then I do let this sit because I did this at night. So I do let this sit overnight before going on to the next in the morning. I put the tape on again, and the top half, I'm just going to put white glitter. I'm going to use Mod Podge just to make it easier. It's funny. I thought I would just be really smart and dump a little bit onto the tumbler. And, well, you'll be able to see what I do here. Yeah, it was a little more than I had anticipated. So anyway, I just take my paintbrush and go around and put all of the Mod Podge around. And then I'm going to dump my glitter onto this. I do end up doing 2 full coats, but you don't see me doing 2 coats on camera. So after this dried, it only dried, let it sit for maybe about 20 minutes. I went in another coat of Mod Podge and the glitter, and then let that dry. Once that's dry, I do seal this with Rust-Oleum clear coat just because I need it to stay. So I'm going to use the caramel alcohol ink, and I'm just going to randomly put some blots and turning the tumbler around so that the alcohol ink will move. And I'm doing a combination of this caramel color and black for my cow print. I let this dry for several hours, even though it didn't need to take it. Gave it another spray of Rust-Oleum clear spray, and then it was time, after that dried, to epoxy. I'm not putting a full coat of epoxy on this. I mixed up about 10 milliliters of epoxy, maybe a little bit more, to put a thin coat on this because I'm going to add some chunky glitter just in the center of this and kind of let it cascade, I guess, on either up or down the tumbler. And for my glitter, I am using this aquamarine from Maestra Creations. I got like a sample in a grab bag one time, and this is just beautiful and perfect for this tumbler. So I'm just gonna sprinkle this right around. I wanna make sure that I get pretty full coverage of this glitter right where the two ends meet, and then kind of feather the glitter up or down the tumbler. And to get it to kind of go up a little bit and down a little bit, I just pull my hand up away from the tumbler and just sort of move my fingers back and forth. And then I'm going to tap it down with a gloved finger making sure that's all laying down because I don't want to have to do 14 different coats over this chunky glitter. So I let this spin, and once that's dry, I give it another coat of epoxy. And then now it's time to use the decal. I found this decal, I want to say it was Creative Fabrica. I made this cup probably 2 months ago, and I'm just now getting around to editing it and uploading it to YouTube. So I thought that I had color matched my glitter and that it's not perfect, but it doesn't look bad. So I just printed this out onto, this is the Koala brand printable vinyl, just basically a sticker page. And I printed this out. I sealed it a couple times with Rust-Oleum, and then I cut it out onto my silhouette. And I'm gonna go ahead and place this onto my tumbler. The little teeny pieces that were cut, I'm just sort of removing those so that to make it easier so I don't have to remove it from the tumbler. Find the spot that I want to put it at, and then I'm just going to lightly place it on the cup and then take my fingers and go all the way up from bottom to top and then over one side and the other so that I can eliminate most of the air bubbles, if not all of them. And after that is done, I do just do another quick seal of the Rust-Oleum clear spray, give it 2 final coats of epoxy, and then this tumbler is done. And I love it. It's very simple, yet very fun. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a great big thumbs up. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.